Being from the Pacific Northwest, visiting a warm and sunny travel destination is always on the top of my list. As the rain, cold, and dreariness continues on here in Washington, it only more fuels my desire to visit somewhere warm and sunny. Visiting Europe has also been at the top of my list because of the beautiful weather, delicious food, and unique history and culture that is unlike anything else I've experienced here in the United States. Does a sunny and warm European travel destination still exist that is not overcrowded with tourists or too expensive? Although warm and sunny European travel destinations are great, finding one that is not overcrowded with tourists or too expensive can be a significant challenge. According to a Forbes article, last year, Venice, Italy, had 21 tourists per resident in the city. This resulted in extremely long lines for restaurants and tourist attractions, as well as environmental impacts due to the sheer stress of all the tourists visiting the city. When I visited Venice, Italy back in 2023, I also found the sheer amount of tourists to be a big problem. We were constantly waiting in line for restaurants and attractions, as well as the prices for hotels and other accommodations were extremely expensive because of all the demand. According to a BBC article, the French town of Saint-Tropez is currently pleading with its tourists to stay away, as it simply cannot handle the mass influx of tourists visiting the city every year. With tourists now becoming unwanted in some areas like Saint-Tropez, it is becoming more important than ever to visit a destination where tourists are welcome. So, where can you find a warm and sunny European travel destination that is not too overcrowded with tourists, not overly expensive, and is still welcoming to all tourists? Visit Cinque Terre, Italy. According to a Tour Radar article, for less crowds in Cinque Terre, visiting during the shoulder season will result in cheaper prices for accommodations as well as more tourist attraction options. When I visited Cinque Terre back in April of 2023, I found that the crowds were relatively low because we were in the shoulder season. As a result, our prices for our tourist attractions were relatively cheap, as well as our accommodation Airbnbs were relatively cheap because there was not enough demand to drive up the prices. According to a Giazzi article, Cinque Terre offers a variety of delicious food options, ranging from authentic Italian seafood to authentic Italian pizzerias and pasterias. One day during our hike in Cinque Terre, we stopped at a local seafood kiosk where we enjoyed delicious fish and chips, which are still some of the best fish and chips I've had to this day. But also during our trip, we enjoyed some delicious pizza and pasta from Cinque Terre that it has to offer. I know what you may be thinking. Visiting Cinque Terre, Italy just simply isn't worth it because of the travel time it takes to get there. However, fear not, Cinque Terre is actually just one flight from the United States, as well as a 45-minute train ride to get to. You may also think that Cinque Terre just isn't worth it because they only have seafood options to eat. However, again, fear not, Cinque Terre offers a variety of different food options, ranging from seafood to pizzerias and pasterias, and many other options. Finally, you may think that visiting Cinque Terre, Italy just isn't worth it because you do not enjoy hiking. However, again, fear not, Cinque Terre actually offers a train service that stops at each of the 5 towns, so you can still get the full Cinque Terre experience without having to hike. Picture this, you have finally arrived at Cinque Terre, Italy. You spent the morning hiking between one of the 5 towns, enjoying beautiful views of the Mediterranean Sea on your left, and beautiful views of the Italian countryside mountains on your right. In the afternoon, you spent your time lounging at one of the many beaches Cinque Terre has to offer, soaking up the Italian sun and swimming in the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. And finally, in the evening, you stopped by at a local Italian seafood restaurant where a local fisherman brought in his fresh catch of the day for you to eat. You should visit Cinque Terre, Italy. You can book your trip today like I did through Expedia.com. I urge you to visit Cinque Terre, Italy, because if you do, you will have one of the best vacations of your life and create memories that you will cherish for the rest of your life.